Hey, hey, BK, what's up? You're so punctual. I'm so happy you're here. Of course, I remember you. I want to thank you again for yesterday. You stayed for a long time on the stream and. BK, what's up? You're so punctual. I'm so happy you're here. Yeah, so today we're gonna do something different. I noticed yesterday that you guys didn't know anything about the game, so I I did. Wait, I think. Uh, and I realized that it's not important to do fun art because I thought with fun art I get more people or something. But I said maybe I should do like a landscape today or something, or just paint watercolor. Maybe I can do two of them. I was thinking about doing like a cloud piece also because I love painting clouds. So at first we're gonna. I have this picture. I don't know where is it from. My girlfriend did a picture. I think it's from like a city from Romania. I'll ask her if she enters the stream. Uh, so I was thinking maybe I can paint this. How are you? How's your day? Is everything okay? Like the sound? I'm gonna put some music soon also. And I need like a cardboard for. Gosh, we have water and everything. I think we're. Let's put some music. So we're gonna put some chill music to relax. Just tell me if the music is too loud or louder than my voice or something. Okay, so this one, yeah, I think it's kind of simple. The thing that's gonna be a bit complicated is the tower in the middle. But I'm not gonna like be too technical with it, you know. And we'll see if it still looks good. I think I'm gonna start with the tower because it's white. I'm gonna show you the image actually also. That would be good. From yesterday. I need to find a way how to show it. I have a way. Find it now. Yeah, so like you see it now, it's in the corner, right? My girlfriend yesterday suggested me that I should leave the image somewhere while I paint. Do you agree with this? Like maybe leave it in the corner like that, because she said at one moment I was like saying stuff that I'm trying to do from the picture, but the picture not being there, you don't know if I don't know, like it's more helpful to see the reference and the final product or whatever. But so let's do this tower, and then we're gonna go for the fun part, which is the clouds and the trees. So this tower is kind of like ochre, you know, maroon something. A bit noisy. I like the gold. We're gonna try to respect the way it is. So for the white, we're just gonna leave the paper. Maybe on the right side, I'm gonna do like a faded something, faded maroon or something. So it looks like shade. Yeah, I think I can start with the big brush. I'm glad you do. We're gonna do it like this time. Okay. So how was your day so far? It's 2 o'clock in Germany, as I remember. Or 4. Yesterday after I showed you guys the fun art, I messed up my camera, and for the rest of the stream I wasn't really on camera. Kinda sucked. But I didn't realize it, my bad. This works here. Then the other layer is gonna be the pattern. I think the chat is like real time, but the image that I'm seeing is not. It's weird. Yeah, like for me now, I'm watching the YouTube stream and I just put the image in the corner and I did that before I started painting, you know? But the chat seems to be real time. So maybe yeah, you say it's real you see it in real time. English. Uh, but yeah, I don't know, it's weird. I'm just gonna assume it's real time. I'm not concerned. Because if I look in my OBS, it's real time, so I'm gonna do it like that. So you see, like even if I don't concern myself too much with the architecture of it and the right angles, you know, it still looks like a nice building. I concern myself here with the dial. That will look cool, I think. Okay. It's kind of weird, that dial. Like the top one. Oh, it's 12 actually, yeah. Then we have 1, 2. I used to have this dial with the Roman numerals, and usually 8 is like V3. What was it? Something was weird on it, but I don't remember what. Like one number was weird. Yeah, you see it's real time. The chat is real time. The video is delayed. So I think it's better if I just watch my OBS video. Just skip the chat. Yeah, I did it a bit darker than it is in the image. I just realized this part. I can open it up with a lot of water, and I'm gonna try to do that. Just like add tons of water and then dry your brush and take the excess. It's gonna get lighter and lighter. Like I discovered you can do like this cool droplets if you do like a night sky or something, and you use this dark blue, and then you just put droplets of water and just let them dry. They're just gonna soak up all the color, and it's gonna remain like this white perfect circle. Pretty nice. Yeah, loose paintings are the best. Just relaxes you, you know. Okay, let's do it different this time. Let's not try to like draw the whole tower. Just do the background. We have this building on the side and this wall. like a reddish maroon. So usually, yeah, usually I like I glue my paper, like use tape around it. I don't know the word in English when you do that. What the word is. So even though it's like making waves from the water, it's gonna remain perfect in the end. But I think we're gonna be okay today with this without doing it. Yeah, we're gonna use some bright yellow for this building. Gonna go take a and also yeah, I need to really change my setup here. I brushed with me and I didn't bring it back. Why? No matter. Like adding some details on this. Just a bit. But yeah, I'm going pretty loose, like I said. We're going more for like the atmosphere, not the realism of the painting, you know? I love adding like this, just shadows on the painting, and it helps showing the shape, you know. I want to play with some yellow over this maroon. Oh, my big brush is in the water. Yeah, so I'm not worried too much about doing exactly the same color like in the picture, right? Like I'm just playing around with the colors. Maybe I feel like something else fits better, you know? Or if it doesn't, just try. It looks cute. This is too dark though. Gonna again open it up. Yeah, I'm doing my own thing. So this time I think I'm gonna do the clock with this yellow. Blend everything in better. But I still wanna saturate a bit more with this yellow, these towers. The base. There we go. Now we can use this yellow actually. Start designing this building here. Yeah, if we're gonna breeze through this one, I'm definitely gonna do a second one. Gonna have to change the drawing here a bit. We can add some yellow in fix before we dark. Okay, I think now I'm gonna go for the sky, because it's, you know, when I'm gonna put in the details, it's gonna be cool to borrow colors from each other. I'm gonna go with the sky. And yeah, I think if I'm gonna use yellow on the blue that I'm using for the sky, we're gonna get green. So we're gonna get those tree leaves. And then we can add some more green over them. So we're gonna have to be careful with the clouds. I don't think these are the best clouds. I was thinking I actually like do it from another picture. But maybe it doesn't look. So yeah, usually when I paint clouds, like I'm trying like to feel, you know, the white part of the cloud, and not really like feel the, I don't know how to explain, like feel the shape, not really copy it exactly and do every, you know, curves that it has, just like the main shape. And then maybe with the smaller brush I can like go in between a bit, but do a render of my own, but keeping the same movement that it has in the picture. I feel like I want to make it more blue, like definitely more blue than it is in the picture. You know, like darker blue. And I am gonna do that. We have a more saturated painting. And we can see the clouds much clearer. Well, you cannot do that with watercolor. You just have to leave it white. With watercolor, you kind of have to work backwards to how you work with acrylics or other paintings. With other paintings, you paint the dark part first and then you just like open it up and add light. I think the opposite is with watercolor, because you cannot You can do a bit of white. I see people using like, I think, gouache with white to do accents, but I don't really do that. I'm always trying to leave the white of the paper. Maybe sometimes if I have like strands of hair that are white, or some spots that it's like really hard to leave them, I use like a white pencil, or if I really like dip into my white watercolor, it gets thick enough that it goes over the color, so I use white like that sometimes. But yeah, leaving the white, I like the process also, like you're discovering the clouds, you know? So here we're gonna go like all over the place here. We're gonna have the tree on top, but the green is darker, so it's gonna be fine. We're just gonna leave some white spots where the clouds are, but basically, yeah, gonna do it like this. Yeah, I guess you can do it that way. But I like the way that I do clouds. Like if you do it like that with the tissue, they get like fluffy clouds. I like my clouds not to be like really fluffy, like to have like these edges like this, and it's like a different kind of, I don't know, I like this shape. Makes them more edgy. I don't know. It's not all the clouds are fluffy. Don't have to be. So yeah, now even with a smaller brush, we can add more detail. We can add like to seem like it's some kind of detail. Just break up the form, you know? Break it up more. And you don't have to worry like too much of the shape, just break up the form. And they're gonna look more like dramatic. I don't know the word that artists use. Do them this way. And also like, yeah, they're white, but adding like a lighter blue gonna create a bit of volume in them. and a feeling of transparency. Maybe these shapes here, they're like too equal now. Can add some water later, like to open up some, break some. Add. Because the clouds in reality, they're like highly irregular, you know. Pretty irregular shape. I have this spot here that I don't like. Take it out with some later. But yeah, it's already looking like a cloudy day. Oh, not cloudy, like in clouds of day. I don't know. Not grayish cloud thing. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I like the blue also. This liquid watercolor that I have, that I showed you yesterday, they're amazing. And yeah, I love this. I love how you just have to leave the watercolor create its own shapes like you have here because of the way you dried. And it just creates these shapes, and your painting just becomes a bit more abstract than realist, and creates these patterns, and it gives it another level, you know. Okay, let's work on the tower more now, and maybe we're gonna borrow the blue bit darker areas. We create this blue brownish, almost like a dark violet purple. Work on the towers. Um, Wet on wet, not really. I know that's a pretty good technique for your watercolor to disperse in a cool way. I don't really do that. It's not my way of working. I saw some like amazing watercolor artists doing that, and I don't know, I just don't work that way. Um, about the paper, I don't know if it's hot pressed, but it's a thick like 300 milligrams watercolor paper. It's a pretty good paper. It's different from the one that I used yesterday, because the one that I used yesterday, it's grayish a bit. So yeah, I needed these clouds to be like really white. So I used another type of paper. Right then. Maybe you're gonna like it. On paper. But also I have this like really thin paper for sketches, and I sometimes I do watercolor on that. I have to be a bit more careful with it, because it's not that dense. Like I can definitely, like this paper, I just I paint like this on it, and it doesn't do that many like waves. It doesn't crumble that much from the water. But if I use that paper, it's like really thin, it's gonna like look like a mess. So when I do that, I usually use tape to tape it on something. But I'll need to find a way at some point to get a better stand for my camera, so I can move it further or closer. Because now it's kind of like perfect for this A4 page sizes, you know? How's the weather in Germany nowadays? Is it getting hot there? Is the winter over? Here it feels like it's finally some spring, not summer. But you never know. The cold might come back again. So yeah, like the detail on the chapel of the church, I see some like, if you know, the image I have is far away and I see some kind of X's or something. I'm just gonna paint that. Like I'm not gonna go into detail trying to figure out what that does that pattern show and try to do it perfectly. Just gonna suggest detail with big shapes. Yeah, I did these towers a bit equally in my painting. They're not that equal in the picture. And this one, the middle one, is a bit crooked. It's like that. Doesn't matter. We can fix it a bit later, I think. Yeah, here also the winter was really cold this year. Really, really cold. And depressing, no light, like grayish outside all the time. It was very, very depressing. Can break up this for the brick wall. Yeah, as you see, I'm not a patient painter. That's why I could never do realistic oil paintings. That's just, it requires too much patience. And I'm not that. It's not like sometimes I don't spend hours on a painting, but like technique wise, to wait for everything to dry and stuff like that, it's not me. And now we have a wall. Glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it, Sunny. Yeah, we get below 0 degrees here also. It's crazy. This is European weather. There's no joke. There are no joke. Give it a bit. I'm gonna have another sip of water. Where should we go next? Should I do the building or should I do... I do the trees already. I love that yellowish green light from the tree near the building. big brush is like too. I use it for the building heroes. Yeah, I mean that also, but I get bored of working on the same thing. It dries up pretty fast on this kind of paper. I don't have to wait very long for it to dry, you know. Mostly because I feel like if I'm concentrated too much on the area, I might like ruin it. So I just try to work on the whole piece in the same time. We're gonna do like the big parts and then the smaller branches with the smaller pencil. So this is like, again, just breaking the form, and some of them at the end they're gonna resemble leaves. Like the same when you do hair, you do like these big shapes, and then towards you add like the, you know how you see in pictures, the white hair, very thin lines that go outside the shape of the whole hairpiece. This is how we're gonna do this. Yeah. The paper is gonna curve a bit here. If I've used up tape, it wouldn't be a problem, but I think it's gonna like let itself down. We can some nice details on the clock. Something like that. Don't have to forget about this window. Sadly, yes. I am a full-time artist. It's tough now, actually. With projects and everything, it's really tough to live as an artist. 5, 10 years ago, it wasn't that tough. You would get a lot of jobs, but since the AI, pretty tough. Everybody uses AI for their own logos, and every shop now, if they do like a barber shop or a coffee place or something, they just use AI and they do their logo. They don't care if it looks good or not. It's just brand, and people would come anyway because they come for the coffee. That's how they think, which it's really tough to get work. I thought that maybe it's gonna get easier with traditional art because AI can copy this and people prefer that. It looks like people prefer AI. So I don't know. We'll see where it goes in the end. But being a full-time artist, kind of stressing days. Not gonna lie, but I still love it. What I do. Hoping that it's gonna get better, you know? No, I don't teach. I'm a freelance artist, and I work from home, and I just try to find projects. Sometimes I do books, I do characters. I used to do a bit of animation also. I'm developing my own children book. I still have a couple of pages to do, but I don't know, like I kind of stopped at the last 2 pages. And yeah, I need to finish it up. I was thinking like do it on the stream, finish the last 2 pages on the stream. So maybe I'll do it one of these days, finish the last 2 pages, and ask people what they think and how it looks. Yeah, it does. That's the thing. It's AI is just surface art, and it's not even good surface art. You don't feel anything when you do a painting that has a mistake in it. And I don't know, like people don't realize it's all about feelings with a lot of stuff, with like good fashion, good music, because they're doing AI music or something. And when you see a painting, I think that you can feel the emotion of the artist that he had when he was painting that, right? Like when you see like this perfect oil painting that's like really full of color and stuff, you feel maybe he was calming that day and he was enjoying himself. And then if you see these works of art like the Goya's art, and they're really dark and about murder in the war, and you realize he had something to say. He was troubled, he was in that war, and you feel that you feel what the artist was trying to say through a piece of art. You feel its ferocity. I don't know. But with AI, it's just surface stuff. It's nothing. You don't feel anything. You even watch at these memes that they're doing. You just can't even laugh at them because it's not funny. You don't feel anything. And people say that eventually you are gonna feel something. I don't know. I don't think so. It's just information. It's not a feeling. We've always had information, but artists, like in every age, they were the ones that they would like show how the world feels in that period of time. You look in Renaissance art, you look at 1950s art or whatever, and you feel the times. The same with the music, right? You listen to blues and you feel the struggle of people when they develop blues, or how free they felt when they developed jazz, and you know the rebellious part of rock and stuff like that. Like you know what the music is about. You cannot get that with AI. Yeah, I'm glad you say you like coloring books. That's a plus. I'm gonna put myself and finish that book on the stream and then figure out what to do with it. There are these characters that I developed for a year now, and just put them off and did like some digital parts of them, and then I tried to reinterpret them in watercolor. Because the whole book, the children book that I'm doing, is gonna be like traditional watercolor. I'm not using any digital painting. So every page that you see, it's like a original painting illustration, you know. I'll show it to you next time when I'm streaming, and when I'm gonna stream about continuing the book. Okay, it's time to use some darker green to do leaf. Yeah, but the sad thing about AI is, I don't know if you ever saw the movie Mad Men, and I think it's something similar to it when the industry started doing this all this commercial stuff and the ad company. And some of them they're cool, some of them they're smart, you know, they used to use art in some of the ads, but in the end it's just about ads and selling your product. They got soulless and soulless and soulless more and more. And you see these memes with huge billboards in towns filled with ads because they just don't care. It's just about showing the logo of their product. And people would say, oh, that's a bad ad, they used AI. I don't think they care, because they know people they're talking about their product. You know, and maybe the product is good, maybe the ad is bad because they use AI. They don't care. They're selling their product. So yeah, that sucks. Like near my neighborhood, they opened this mall, shopping mall, and everything in the shopping mall, like the commercials, you know, where you have, this is a new shopping mall with pools and places to for kids to play, and here you can buy clothes and furniture and whatever. All of them, they're made with AI, and this like weird family children made with AI. You can see it in their hair and their shoes. It looks so gross, but it's all over the city and all over the shopping mall. It's way too colorful. It has no color scheme. It's just all the colors put over there. So weird. And that could have been a job for an artist like me. You know, a guy who could, an artist who could have made that, could have landed that job of advertising and do some cool stuff and hiring some real models to pose, and the models would make money, and you know, kid models, and the kids would make money, and then the photographers, and then the designers, and you know, there were jobs, and they just used AI and they did all of that, and they stole everything from the artists. They don't care. Business people, they never care about the artist. They think they're useless. They always think like, oh, why am I spending money for something that's not, you know, making money? What's an ad? Like, I don't know how they think. It's only about their product. They don't really care about their image a lot of times. Yeah, I'm gonna move this mic a bit so I can sleep. I feel like my painting streams in the end are gonna be rantings about how bad jobs are with art now because of it. I hope it does. I hope it's gonna get old. I mean, it got old for me for a long time, but we'll see. Yeah, I hear about people saying the AI bubble is gonna pop or something. I need my job back. I need to feel again. Yeah, that's crazy too, all the filters in it. But that's going for a while now, you know? When is it gonna pop? Do you really think it's gonna... I don't know where we're going actually. Yeah, so even you know my coloring book that I'm doing and using just watercolor, I'm kind of scared. There's so many like digital artists that do coloring books now, and it seems like people for that, you know, like they feel it's the safer way to go, you know. And I guess that's one of the reasons I didn't really finish it, thinking that it's not gonna do well anyway, and I get discouraged easily these days, man. Like, it's so easy to get discouraged with all this crap around, you know? And it's like you get encouragement for one person, then for some reason you go online and 100 people, they're gonna tell you it's not that way. Let's play with some yellow in this green also. Make some beautiful spots. Colorful. So we're just gonna use yellow mix blue. Another green. So you create different foliage. Yeah, so that's how I'm painting. Like, I'm trying to get the basic idea, to subtract the basic idea of the picture, and then just enjoying the process. Like, I'm not even really looking at the picture now, I'm just enjoying the process. I'm trying to do a cool bush. From time to time I'm just looking at, like, find some other shapes. Hey Patty, good morning. How are you? Welcome to. I was just ranting about AI with BK. Good morning. I think I'm gonna go and make myself a coffee. I mean, it's not. It's gonna take just a few seconds to put the water boil. Cause yeah, I'm gonna finish this and I'm gonna start another for sure. Yeah, you haven't seen my channel before because I'm pretty new. I've been, I think yesterday was my first stream in 2 years on YouTube. So yeah, I'm not a regular, but I'm glad you found me still. Are you an artist also, Patty? This is what I love about painting, like how loose and relaxing you can get about shapes. You know? He just read the comments and said that my girlfriend. Always, always right, unfortunately. I mean, not unfortunately. I get mad sometimes because she's right because she is right. And it takes me a while to accept that, yeah, I should change my ways if I'm wrong, not stay in them. Okay, I'm gonna. What kind of painting would you guys like to see next? You know, like a landscape, a portrait, a fan art. What would you call that? I'm so glad you started with my stream then. I hope this is gonna make your day good, and I hope it's gonna feel like you started in a good way. An animal. Like a cat? I do a picture. My parents have some cats, so maybe they're there. Well, I've painted cats and dogs before. Sometimes I sell art on Vinted, and I had some commissions there to do like their dogs and their cats, and I actually enjoy it. Sometimes I had like 3 animals in the picture, like a cat and 2 dogs or something. And yeah, I have this one cat painting that I did that I really liked, but it was based on like a Google picture. Maybe I can find something personal today from parents. Paint one. Let have a pretty fun dog. It's an old dog from my. Or I can do the trio. Yeah, I'm gonna do Sammy. I'm gonna do the dog. It speaks to me now. Gonna like detail this a bit more. Now you want the cat, the trio? Yeah, I'll do the trio. Maybe I'll do them both. Yeah. Do the dog down or something and the cat on top. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna do the dog also. I hope you're not gonna get mad at me. Uh, Looking at it, I like the lights on its fur and stuff, and the funny like look she has on her face. And I think that would be a cool portrait, you know. And we'll do the cats next time. Yeah, and the red tongue and the light that comes on her face, that's gonna look, it's gonna look nice. I'm pretty happy with how the painting turned out for. Do you feel like I should add more detail? I don't. I feel like it's okay, like it is now. Sometimes you need to stop, you know. What do you guys think? It looks done now. Okay, so now I just need to sign it, and we're gonna start the next one. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna sign on the right on the wall there. Maybe I should do like a perspective and look. Here we go. Painting. We're gonna go on the next one. I'm gonna post this on Vinted and hope I'm gonna sell it. The thing that I have going for me. I need to get a better camera. Okay, let's do the doggy then. Let's put a picture on the corner. Just I'm trimming a bit. Let's paint this quirky dog. Yeah, that tongue, right? And it's so red and different from the whole picture. I think it's gonna look good in the drawing. Okay. So doing big shapes first. This is the snout, eyes, the shape of the head. We have the ears, the jaw, the body, and the body here. So draw its cute little nose. Yeah, this dog is pretty old now. I think she's like 8 years old. She always felt like this young dog to me every time I visit my parents' house. But its years have passed, you know? Getting old, getting fat. She was a bit sickly. Seems better now. I drew her once before. There was this picture with my sister holding her, and I drew that. You can check it on my Instagram. What's with this song? Change it. Christian Gregorian chant. No more church music. That was yesterday. Like how you can see a bit of her teeth. She looks disturbed, she looks angry. She is smiling though, she looks like she's smiling. Yeah, time to paint. So maybe this eye is a bit. Maybe just the iris. It has like this yellow brownish color. Now I need to let it just a bit dry. Sammy. I miss Sammy. Good dog. Mm-hmm. Can start the nose. feel like it's like the nose of animals in general. They're like hard shapes. Some. Yeah, I knew it. So the eye is a bit close. For the you draw it, and draw it bad, and while you're painting it, the way you go with your brush, feel. Light is a bit too much here. I mean, my my light lining up my colors a bit. I know it looks a bit weird now, but it's gonna look better. Step by step. Yeah, I mean, even with my picture, she's a bit in shade, and I'm trying to do it a bit more colorful. Uh, I think sometimes it's not about the values that you use or the colors that you use. You can imagine that your painting it's a bit more saturated than the picture. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, you know. Like I could have made her green if I wanted to, but try to keep it. I don't know. I've talked too much today. I'm a bit tired. Me and BK went on a rant again about AI. It's tiring. So you're a painter too, right? Do you usually paint? Yeah, it's just keep going at it. Don't get, yeah, don't. And also try to risk. I see you're saying that you don't want to try new stuff so you don't get discouraged of how bad you are. Be bad, you know, don't worry about it. Because by being bad a few times you're gonna get better at it. If you just run from that stuff and you continue doing just one type of painting, like just painting faces or whatever instead of like doing hands, you're never gonna get better at hands because you never work at it because you feel bad that you're not good at it yet. You know, like that's why I like to paint, to try a lot of stuff, and some of them they're gonna be bad, you know, there's no way about it, but for sure you're gonna learn from the process. And I feel like painting, it's about painting, it's not about painting just one type of thing, you know. I know there are like landscape artists and character artists or whatever, but I feel like as a painter you can be good at all of them as long as you try to reproduce images with your craft, you know. And don't be afraid to try new things. I fail sometimes, like when I started drawing buildings, when I started drawing animals, like I don't know dog anatomy or something like that, you know. I'm just trying to paint what I'm seeing in the picture. And what I like about painting, something that you're not used to, you're paying attention so much at the picture because you're trying to get it right that you're learning of how the structure works, you know, how a dog anatomy works just by doing it a lot of times, you know. So don't be afraid of being bad. I have like on my Instagram account, I have some bad drawings that I posted. I don't care. This is how good I was at that time. I was trying something new. I know if I like today I painted a church. Not very architecturally correct, but you know, I still do it. That painting is not about the church, it's about the whole atmosphere. Don't be afraid of that. It's one thing not wanting to paint something because you know you prefer painting clouds instead of people. That's something different, you know, you enjoy that more. But don't, you know, don't paint people just because you're afraid you're gonna miss it. Damn, the way I'm sitting here is so uncomfortable. It's like a plain seat, you know, because I don't have anywhere to put my legs underneath this desk because it's not a desk. A cupboard. I'm Harry Potter. That's what why a cupboard is a reference to Harry Potter. There's yeah, it's like I also like I was saying yesterday of how to get better at what you're painting, any type of subject. If you're doing with reference, right? Just try paint exactly what you see and not worry about how it's gonna look, if it's like if that's how you need to construct it, or worrying about if you know perspective when you're drawing buildings or something. Just draw exactly what you see and like really pay attention at your reference and trust, you know, trust in your eyes more than like your instinct to, oh, here should be, his shoulder should be bigger, I feel. No, if in the picture doesn't look like that, maybe it shouldn't. So even here, when I drew this my dog, it's like I didn't construct the head like you would, like dog anatomy and stuff like that. I was just seeing it like a 2D picture and just painting what I see and where it goes, you know? Yeah, no, for me, the reason I'm painting on this cupboard here is because the way I'm filming myself, and on the desk I cannot put this camera. Yeah, well, you just need more practice, I guess. But I don't think it's the hands. Everybody thinks like art is in the hands. No, it's in your brain. You know, your brain guides the hand. You need to see better. You need to focus on what you're doing. Have more patience with that. It's mostly about the perspective that you're seeing with your eyes, not your hand. Your hand, yeah, it started to have some skills, right? Like you want to draw like a straight line. Eventually, you're gonna do it without concentrating too much, or you know, that is just like practice. But I think it comes a lot from your mind more. Hey BK, where are you at? You asked for an animal. What do you think? Are you on the stream anymore? Like I used to do a lot of like abstract art when I studied art. And like a few years back, I started getting in love with watercolor, and I don't know, like somehow like always drawing from my imagination got me a bit, I don't know how to say it, like frustrated, you know, all the time trying to be original and come up with an idea, and I was like, oh, let me start with the landscape. Let's do I'll draw from a picture. Let's do clouds. And I realized how happy I am doing that. And I also how I liked it how focused I am on new things. Like by painting a building, I'm paying attention to the, you know, artistic side, the architecture of an actual building. I'm not passing by or like actually looking at clouds and try to understand their shape. And I really enjoy that now. I know, like in the big perspective of art, it's like commercial art in a way, but I really love it. Well, yeah, that's where you have to not be afraid of failure. Just force yourself to be loose and not be afraid that you cannot control that. That's what I love about watercolor. Like I cannot control it. You know, it's gonna do stuff like this all by itself. I'm not controlling it that much, especially when I put a lot of water and stuff on it. And instead of like frustrating me, it relaxes me knowing that I cannot control that. So I just let myself go, and I love that about watercolor. When I paint in acrylic, I know I have to, you know, even if I want to create like an abstract shape or something, I have to do that shape. There's no way that my color is just gonna, you know, just merge with other color and be watery or something, because it's not the same thing. But with watercolor, I feel like it just helps me with my painting to look fairly artistic in the end, just by itself. Welcome, girl. Say hi in the chat. Yeah, BK told me to draw an animal. So I'm drawing an animal after I finish the church from your picture. Glad you like it. Hey, girl. Yeah, it's a double feature today. I'm doing 2 paintings. Yeah, I love watercolor a lot too. Sometimes I paint in acrylic, but it's my favorite for watercolor. It's like fast also because I'm not a patient artist. And as you see, like in just a couple of hours, I did 2 paintings. In acrylic, I don't think I would do it that fast. Thank you. Yeah, maybe doesn't matter. Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad that you like. I'm gonna do like its mustaches a bit and work a bit on the tongue, and I think that. Yeah, check the other videos. I don't really use white with watercolor. I'm trying to leave the white of the paper. I mean, I mix it colors with white sometimes to lighten the color, yes. But if you refer to like white highlights or something, like in the other paint that I did before, I just left the paper white. And sometimes I use it, like if in this picture she would have like this, because of the light, she would have white mustache or something, I would do it after with like a white pencil or something like that. I don't use gouache. I want to get into that because I saw that really cool to use it for highlights to do with white. But I usually try to work it like backwards, like leave the white from the paper and just go around it with my color. When I work in acrylic, it's a different story. There, you can use any color. I use white for the highlights. You start backwards. I mean, you start normal way, maybe watercolors backwards. You know. No problem. I'm here to answer any question you have. I think this dog is pretty much done. Cute Sammy. So, Corina, I know you're here. Let me show you the other painting. Turn around somehow. This is what I did before. I hope you like it. Great picture. Yeah, I started with that one. This is the second one today. Uh, I'm glad to help you. You know, like this is what I want to do. I want to stream my process, and I really enjoyed talking while I paint. So if people have questions, I don't mind. I'll give it to you if you want it for yourself. It turned out pretty cute, yeah. Thank you. The dog looks kind of angry. I mean, it looks a bit like that in the picture. Maybe the light in its eyes shouldn't be that white. It's better after it dries. You will take me there to pray. Take me there to pray. Another mirador, come on. The dog looks a bit drunk. Well, like I said, I just started. This is my second live on YouTube. I did 2 more on Twitch. I'm trying to do as often as I can. Like, I did one yesterday at this hour. I started at 3 p.m. I did it today, and I want to keep the momentum. So maybe today at the same hour, I'm gonna be here. Oh yeah, you told me like the steps were weird or something, no? When you tried to get up in the tower. Yeah, that's the maximum that I'm gonna do with that eye. Maybe work a bit here. Color. Yeah, I love Zelda so much. I used to do a lot of Zelda art. I mean, come on, how can you not paint Zelda when it's already the game is looks so perfectly to paint? It's already watercolor graphics. And I used to do it a lot. You see I have a lot of videos from the first one and from the second one also. Every time I replay that game, I feel like I want to paint something. It's so beautiful. And it's so easy to paint in watercolor. I used to post a lot on Reddit, like on a forum, and they were very, very supportive of my Zelda art. I got really encouraged back then to do more. Also, like yesterday, I did some Crimson Desert art. Is this new game that I'm playing, and it has these Zelda vibes. It's more mature, like more medieval somehow, but it has this Zelda full discovery type of gameplay, and really beautiful landscapes. You can have a dog companion and a pet. It's like really calming sometimes to play. Pretty awesome. So kind of that game got me into streaming painting again, and I started with fan art. And yesterday, like, I saw BK and there was this other user, and I noticed they didn't know the game, and I was like, okay, I can do any type of art on this. Trying to paint any type. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna be scared too, and I don't have to show fear because I'm a man. So maybe I'm not gonna go to the tower with you, Corinna. No, I will. We're gonna be fine. I don't know if I'm scared of that stuff. Try to remember if I climbed steps like that. Okay, I'm done with this painting for sure. I just need to sign it. I sign on her fur or beside her? But you know, you must agree with me, like that's the beautiful thing about it, that there's no direction. That's the most amazing thing in that game. You know, but I know like my little brother was used to tell me that he doesn't really like that there's no direction. But that's what I love about that game, you know? You can do whatever you want, and by having no direction, you discover the story somehow, you discover new areas, and it doesn't feel like a unwanted thing or like a bug when you go somewhere you're not supposed to. That's the beautiful thing about it. And it's built to have no direction, you know? Usually the game that they give you too much direction when you go out of the straight and path, they punish you, which is bad design. But yeah, the Crimson game, like I said, is similar to Zelda. The Zelda doesn't give that much direction, but no, it gives you more direction than Zelda for sure. It's just it's a bit overwhelming in the beginning because you don't know exactly what's happening and what you have to do. And just for me, when I played it the first couple of days, I was just walking around cities and see how the mechanics work, and that was enough. Like I didn't care about what's the story and what I have to do. I just got lost in the world and seeing how beautiful everything it is and how the systems work, you know. I don't know where to sign. Should I sign here or here? Here or here? Where do I sign? The Resident Evil games are great, and I don't. I'm not, you know, mad that he doesn't do that. They're amazing. I haven't played the last one yet. My kid brother is playing it, and he said it's amazing. But I love all the Resident Evil games also. So why you're contradicting each other? I'm gonna listen to my girlfriend. Not this every time. There we go. Yeah, so if I did 2 paintings today, maybe I can do 3 tomorrow. Yeah, she is. That's what you tell your boyfriend, your husband also, no? You're always right. Yeah, so first this first painting. I think it took me like an hour and a half talking, and the request. It's oh, it's not, it hasn't been that long. I started at 3, it's 2 hours and a half. Yeah, she's cute. Okay. Should I paint another one? Let's see what pictures. Yes, I will around 3 p.m. Same as today. Oh yeah, I'll think about what to do tomorrow. Would you like something that you want to see for tomorrow? Like you're interested in, like, what's the thing that you're scared of painting? Because you said you're scared of something, and maybe I can do it tomorrow and maybe help you with it somehow. Oh, something that you would like to paint. Yeah. So maybe I can do another Crimson Desert fan art tomorrow, like I did yesterday. Maybe that's gonna convince your husband to play it. I have so many cool screenshots from that game. So when you mean loose landscapes, you mean something that is just nature, like it doesn't have any buildings in it and stuff like that? I can do something like that. Something with a lot of clouds. I love painting clouds. I can find a good picture from my phone. Yeah, I think I'm done here. Thank you so much for staying to the end, and I had a nice chat with you, and thank you to my girlfriend for being here again. It was fun today also. I really enjoy doing these streams, and see you guys tomorrow. Love you, Corina. Bye.